I saw a film which was produced by Mammootty sir, and I could not believe that he had produced this film because it was so much out of the box. It was with Jyotika. And I wondered if anybody in the Hindi film industry mainstream having the same position as Mammootty sir would even dare to act in such a film, let alone produce it. If you speak about the rights of minorities, then that must also include the gay community. Out of the very many important and good films that are coming out of the South, my favorite would be the Malayalam film.
Mathrubhumi Antarashtra Aksharotsavathinte 2026 7th editionലാണ് നമ്മളുള്ളത്. ഇന്ന് we are so honored because we have, how do I say, a critically acclaimed, India's very own, and I'm so privileged to be here. കാരണം നമ്മുടെ ഒപ്പമുണ്ട് the Shabana Azmi ma'am. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for being with us at Ka. So let me start with the South Indian film industry. You come from a place where film, theatre, everything merges together. So right now, Hindi film industry is having its own challenges, and South Indian film industry is having a revolution. So tell us about your take on that.
Well, in the South Indian film industry is a big film industry. And out of the very many important and good films that are coming out of the South, my favorite would be the Malayalam film, and has always been, because I'm not talking about the mainstream Malayalam cinema. So it has been something that I have valued very greatly. These days, there is an upsurge in the Malayalam film where it's suddenly become, from an ethnic group, it's suddenly become available also because of translations and subtitles to all of India. And I know many colleagues of mine in Mumbai that just love the films. I think the subjects are so bold. And if I may say so, I saw a film which was produced by Mammootty sir. And I could not believe that he had produced this film because it was so much out of the box. It was with Jyotika.
Oh yes, Kadal the Core.
Yeah. So when I saw the film, I really marveled. I wondered if anybody in the Hindi film industry mainstream having the same position as Mammootty sir would even dare to act in such a film, let alone produce it. So I said, wow, that requires guts, and also a confidence that this audience is willing to see me in a completely different kind of character. It blew my mind. And Jyotika, of course, having worked with me in Dabba Cartel, so she's a friend, and I saw the film because of her, and I just absolutely loved it.
Talking about Dabba Cartel, there was a Malayali in it also, Nimisha Sajayan. So
she is such a fine actor. When you see her in Dabba Cartel, you think that's the kind of person she is. In fact, I remember Javed, my husband, he met her at a party.
okay.
Like 5 days after he had seen Dabba Cartel. And he looked past through her, and then when she said that, I've worked in Dabba Cartel, and he said, which role? And when he said, I just couldn't believe it. Here was this glamorous girl speaking perfect English, and I had sort of in my head made up my mind that हाँ ये ऐसी ही है. So she's a very fine actor, and there is having worked with her in Dabba Cartel, I can see that she has a certain kind of spontaneity that really helps you, and she has the ability to just get into the emotion fully, 100%. She's a fab actor.
And coming from a person like you, because I remember when Fire released,
Yes.
it was something out of the world for us because it was something that we hadn't seen, we didn't expect from cinema in any way. How does your mind work that way to take up characters like you said about Mammootty sir, fire, and then water? I was really waiting for water to see you in it.
Yeah.
So that the mental makeup for that.
I have always, I have been brought up by parents who believed art should be used as an instrument for social change. That's what they practice, that's what I grew up with. And I figured that, if you speak about the rights of minorities, then that must also include the gay community. And I figured that, of course, this was going to raise a lot of controversy. But I believe that India is not a monolith. The entire audience doesn't behave in one way. So I figured that some people would be very deeply moved, some people would feel liberated, some would feel angry, some would be puzzled. But a process of questioning would start. And that, I think, is an important thing that art can do, because when we are faced with uncomfortable subjects, we tend to push them under the carpet and pretend they don't exist. And so if you can start a process of questioning through your work, then that's worth the kind of reaction that it's supposed to get. I felt that there is a lot of othering happening in the world today. You are the other gender, the other race, the other country, the other nation, and that is creating a very, very divisive society. So I felt that if you could identify with these two sisters-in-law and feel some empathy for them, then that empathy might be extended to the other nationality, the other religion, the other race, etc. And so it would be a step forwards towards an all-embracing society, which is, I think, the richness of society. What is special about India, that it's rather than a melting pot, it is a mosaic where individual identities are retained and yet they create a larger, more beautiful mosaic.
Wow, that's such a beautiful way of putting it. I really want to ask so many more questions, but I'm just going to make a rapid fire. I know it's very tough. Parallels, movies versus mainstream cinema.
Parallel movies.
Oh, no doubt about it. Next, theatre versus movies. I shouldn't be asking that.
Difficult. Best to do both.
I really wish I could continue this, but owing to the paucity of time, ma'am, thank you so much for being with us at
Pleasure.
Mathrubhumi International Festival.
Pleasure. Thank you.